work, and happiness.
Representative of the Brazilian Embassy to Ghana, Mr. Charles Rush, Regional Agricultural Councillor, USDA. Mr. Tony Mensah, Practice Africa, Representative of the Director General, CSIR. Friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. It is a distinguished honor for me to welcome you to the 9th edition of the National Food and Agricultural Show 2018. 9 years ago, the idea of creating a platform to serve a convergent arena for everything agriculture was birthed. Today, Fagro is gradually championing the cause of changing the agricultural conversation in the country. Fagro is especially grateful first to God and to the immense support of our partners, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, MFAWAG, Yara Ghana, Barclays Ghana, Disney-Gulf Ghana, and AFRI for believing in our vision for agriculture. This year, Fagro is themed on our future agricultural stance as a nation. We at Fagro believe that with our solid roots as an agrarian society, agriculture cannot be a 9-day wonder. Thus, this year's theme provides avenue for people of like mind to discuss and probe into developing strategies that will help advance sustainable measures for our agriculture tomorrow. It behoves on us as citizens to put hands on deck. Agriculture is our national keystone. It is the reason we have green in the flag. Our agriculture tomorrow depends on us today. God bless us all. Thank you.
Once again, a very good morning to you all, and thank you for this privilege. We are overjoyed that you have honored our invitation to this event today, especially when I know that this very hour, there are equally important meetings and events happening and related to this very sector. This is a great demonstration of your commitment to Fagro, and we very much appreciate that. Well, just taking you down the memory lane of Fagro. This is the 9th edition. So 9 years of Fagro has been an exciting and challenging journey, but certainly not lonely because of the support from our traditional partners. And then the sponsors, the exhibitors, and the media. You've all been with us for 9 years. So that makes the 9 years very exciting. And we are grateful for that, and we ask for more collaboration. In a certain context, when you ask for more collaboration, it's more of a liver twist. But well, we're not just asking for more, but we're asking that we deepen our collaboration. Indeed, we have not looked back, but forged ahead and weathered a few heavy storms. But looking back, it's also refreshing because it brings back memories of the launch of Fagro in North Dakota with Practice Africa in 2011. So Fagro, we've traveled a long way, and those memories can be exciting. Now, fast track into 2018 and beyond, it has become necessary to restructure and reposition Fagro as a brand that provides a promise beyond food and agriculture. This means going beyond our traditional flagship brand, which is exhibitions, through strategic partnerships and leveraging our core values. And that is what we intend doing today, to start that sort of engagement so that we can move Fagro to the next level. The selection of this year's theme has been very thought-provoking, but our choices were limited with regards to the context we want to achieve with Fagro 2018. And this is because across the world today, agriculture is big business, but it is driven by some business models, such as sustainable agriculture and finance in the value chain. These were key motivations in the choice of the team, which is accelerating sustainable agriculture through investment in the value chain. And I am sure we all agree and acknowledge somehow that the future of Ghana and generations to come will heavily depend on adequate, appropriate development of the agricultural sector to provide the catalyst for transformation of the economy. This will not happen without investment in financing the critical value chains. We continue to encourage stakeholders to make value chain top of the agenda and a game-changer intervention in the sector. And we are very confident that with your support, we will be able to go a long way to make this intervention a very meaningful intervention. Well, we have brought Fagro back to Accra, and I'm sure on a few minds, it would be what is actually happening, or what happened, or didn't happen. Well, we have brought Fagro back to Accra. This is because it allows us to a very great extent to be able to realign our business model, to be able to achieve sustainability and capacity maximization. That's the main reason why we brought Fagro back to Accra. This is not to say that Fagro did not make a mark last year internally. Indeed it did. And that was a significant milestone in the history of Fagro. But it's just exciting to make sure that you stick to your business model and make sure you get your business model right. That's the reason why Fagro is back to Accra. So with this, we look forward to your continued partnership and support for Fagro 2018. Thank you very much, and I look forward to your support. And my friend, the Deputy Minister, as for you, I'll be in your office every day. We have to do this together. Thank you very much.
I am very pleased to be at the launch of the 9th edition of Fagro. I must say we joined Fagro in 2016 where we had a Holland pavilion and we enticed Dutch companies to come and exhibit, and it was quite a success. So we've always been part of Fagro. Let me explain at the outset my presence here. If it is about agriculture, I think that the Netherlands simply has to be there. The Netherlands, as you all know, is well known for its sizable and successful agriculture sector. Top agriculture, top Holland. Let me start by congratulating Fagro's Secretariat, and in particular the General Manager, Ms. Antoinette, for organizing the launch of this important event. These are interesting times for agriculture in Ghana. We noticed the President's initiatives to transform the economy of Ghana through modernizing agriculture, increased participation of the private sector, improved business climate, and to promote trade and economic growth, making agriculture a thriving economic sector in Ghana, which is at the top of the government's development agenda. Over the years, agriculture's contribution to GDP has been on the decline. As we all know, due to the numerous problems plaguing the sector, it is said often that Ghana's food import bill has increased dramatically and amounts now to $2 billion annually. Despite this trend, the agricultural sector has great potential to provide an essential contribution to strong economic growth, development, and creating of jobs. For that reason, the Netherlands government supports the modernization of agriculture value chains in Ghana. For investment in agriculture, without land security, investors will remain hesitant to invest, particularly foreign investors. Another issue of raw material supply. We need quality raw material supply on a constant basis at an affordable price for our agro-processing companies to be economically viable and competitive. Hence, productivity of farmers ought to increase as well as service delivery. Another bottleneck is, of course, access to finance, and I mean value chain financing. Without money being available to farmers at reasonable interest rates and for a reasonable period, agriculture can never develop. Let's look at innovative ways of financing agriculture. In the end, we all want to prove that farming can be a viable business. The Netherlands has proven that in the end, you can earn a good living in agriculture, and that agriculture can be a source of prosperity. That is why Holland and Ghana should grow together in agriculture. I would like to thank once more the Fagro Secretariat and partners for organizing the launch of this event. I am sure that it will be a platform where actors in the value chain will have many business contacts and ideas in contributing to making agriculture vibrant and successful in Ghana. Thank you.
Goodwill message by Mr. Mensah Brampa, Country Director of Practice Africa, on the occasion of the official launching of the 9th National Food and Agri Show, Fagro, in Accra on Tuesday, 27th March. I accept with a sense of appreciation and goodwill your invitation to me to celebrate with you the launching of the 9th edition of the National Food and Agri Show, Fagro. From the Board of Trustees and all the management of Praxis Strategy Group and ADFAM USA Canada and Praxis Africa, I salute all those who have had a part to play in the founding and nurturing of this very great event. The history of our founding points to a very important need expressed by the founding members who desired a certain quality of awareness and education for sustainable food and agri production, and which quality they felt could be satisfied through exhibition and mentorship. 9 years on, current generations of agro-producers, manufacturers, and farmers have had a cause to look back, like the proverbial Sankofa bed, so that you can take from your rich past and move forward. Your achievements over the past 9 years, I point out to the fact that the struggle of the founding fathers has not been in vain. And I wish to, on behalf of the board and trustees, the management of Praxis Strategy Group Africa, and ADFAM USA Canada and Praxis Africa, congratulate you and most sincerely for not quenching the fire that illuminated the path of the pioneering patrons, staff, and participants. I'm grateful that at 9, Fagro is not retired, but rather using the occasion of the launching to rethink and strategize for a brighter future. This is important given that Fagro belongs to the league of well-acclaimed agri events in Ghana. I can only encourage you to be inspired both by your 9 years experience and the theme for the 9th edition, accelerating sustainable agriculture through investment in the value chain, to chart new courses that bode well for the total development of the exhibitors, participants, and farmers whose future and role in society is the reason for the existence of Fagro. Let me take the opportunity to say that the launching of Fagro in the United States of America in 2011 and the numerous connections with organizations like the U.S. National Farmers Association, the North Dakota Trade Office, the U.S. Soya Beans Council, and the Senate, Superior Manufacturing, that's Grain Storage, Drying and Handling Company, Agri-Corps organizations, and the Yorkshire Agri Show in England, just to mention a few, still exist, and Praxis Africa, its mother companies, Praxis Strategy Group and ADFAM, will do everything within our capacity to bring this organizations on board to strengthen the good efforts of Fagro to boost food and agri in Ghana. I commend also the contributions of the sponsors, the Great Urban Group, the Ministry of Food and Agri, benefactors, for the numerous, and other benefactors, for the numerous and impressive contributions towards the involvement of this great event. Their contribution serves as an example of what cooperation and collaboration an organization like Praxis Strategy Group Africa can do in the development of food and agriculture in Ghana. Praxis Africa is most encouraged by this show and wish to congratulate you once again for being actively involved in the development we all see in the food and agri sector. This is your 9th year. Enjoy the bliss that comes with it. And also remember that Ghana, your beloved country, needs more than ever before a well-organized food and agri event to ensure a sustainable food and agri development and well-being of our gallant farmers. The key to your future is what the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 2 talks about, which is zero hunger for all by 2030. Hold fast to it. Happy 9th Food and Agri Show. Congratulations.
Now, today I'm here to represent the U.S. Department of Agriculture and your theme, Accelerating Sustainable Agriculture Through Investment in Value Chain. Agricultural production cannot exist without investment in the value chain. The value chain being cold storage, cold transportation for fruits and vegetables that are produced in Ghana. Investment is needed there. I apologize for digressing from my remarks, however, I felt it's necessary to say that. Agricultural cooperation is an important element of the United States-Ghana relationship. It has been for many decades, particularly as the Ghanaian government focuses on diversification and expansion of the economy, especially through increased food production. Food production is essential to food security, and having the essential inputs for food security is a part of that value chain that we see so brilliantly here. The United States has a great deal of technical expertise to share, and we do share that expertise. We have capacity building workshops. We have training programs for Ghanaians throughout the United States with our land-grant universities. Those are our agricultural colleges and universities that provide free training to Ghanaians and to other country representatives. Together, we advance the United States and Ghana's shared goals. In this increasingly interconnected world, the international community must develop mitigation strategies to reduce vulnerabilities that have been identified in our global food system. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has helped agricultural, economic, and infrastructural development through its support to local projects to train farmers in animal and plant health, improve farming methods, developed roads, for example. And as I move along in my short remarks, the U.S. Department of Agriculture continues to support agriculture programs in Africa. For example, we received notification just last week, as Ghana has about 40 veterinarians, the U.S. Department of Agriculture has put together a program to provide additional capacity training to Ghanaian veterinarians. However, this program is broader than Ghana. It is inclusive of all of Africa. So the relationship and the continued engagement between the U.S. government, the United States, and its people, and Ghana is strong and continues to strengthen. And I close by saying that it is indeed my pleasure, it's an honor to speak to you, and I will be here for another 2.5 years and hope to strengthen the relationship, the bond that we have between U.S. agriculture, and look forward to working with our partners in the diplomatic community. With that, thank you, and a wonderful program.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, since the announcement of the major government policy intervention that is planning for food and job by His Excellency the President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo last year, agriculture has been the center of discussion within the sector. Mr. Chairman, we in government sees agriculture as a very viable venture which should not be left only in the hands of the aged and the less privileged. In other jurisdictions, highly educated personalities control the sector's value chain. That is the very effort is being made to ensure that the sector is open up enough and to make it more attractive for the youth and the educated. It's a viable and lucrative venture worth their expertise and involvement. Once it is making billionaires elsewhere, it is possible to do same in our country, Ghana. Planting for food and job is here to stay. And in its second year, we all need to give it our support to make the vision a reality. This initiative and foresight of Fagro Secretariat to sustain this foremost platform that brings stakeholders together to harness the potential inherent in the sector is a very laudable one and deserves all the commendation of which the ministry is a proud major partner. The exhibitions, thought leadership, partnership, opportunities, and international exposure that the brand Fagro has offered players within the value chain over the years is also worth mentioning. Mr. Chairman, we are glad the event has returned to Accra this year after its wonderful exploit in Temale, where much success was shown. We believe the adoption of the Efua Sutherland Park as the home grounds of Fagro is not only appropriate, but will offer tractor and equipment companies the opportunity to conduct field demonstrations and showcase their wares to prospective clients. It is my hope that the networking opportunities that Fagro 2018 will present will all culminate into a vibrant and resilient agri-economy, providing food and jobs for all. Participants should endeavor to forge alliance and strategic partnership that will put fresh life into their ventures. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo clearly communicated government intention of seeing a Ghana beyond aid, a Ghana that can boast of homegrown solutions that can rub shoulders with others elsewhere. Huge investment in agriculture as well as strengthening of systems in value chain will go a long way to actualize this vision. Should Ghana go beyond aid, agriculture must take its rightful place in leading the growth and structural transformation of the economy and maximizing the benefit of accelerated growth. And I am fully committed as a sector minister to champion the policy direction to enable government achieve this vision. Ladies and gentlemen, the rare task of making agriculture the pathfinder of our nation's development starts with us, and it must begin with an important shift in attitude and mentality. The passion for corporate jobs after leaving schools needs a second look. This is heightened by recent dwindling in numbers of student applicants to study agriculture in the universities and other tertiary institutions. Agriculture needs all manner of professionals and has moved beyond callous and hoe-bearing persons who can hardly embrace modern best practices. From veterinary officers to the research fellows, extension personnel, and all others in between, the sector remains potentially a major employer. Yet most of us fail to perceive this and end up missing the opportunity. Mr. Chairman, Why have we decided to kill the bird that laid the golden eggs as a people? We all have the responsibility to make this sector a very attractive one. We have to make this sector a major employer of the pride of society, the creme de la creme, the top-notch youth, so we can position the sector appropriately and strategically to take its rightful place in contributing to the GDP. I am particularly happy that Fagro Secretariat chose no other sector than the agriculture to focus on and to promote it. I am only duly informed that this year the Ministry of Agric will play a major and more engaging role so far as Fagro is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mofa Day is what I'm talking about over here. On this special day, Mofa will take the advantage of the opportunity to showcase what the ministry has to offer in the light of government interventions and other beneficial programs and projects. Mofa on this day will bring to light what change the sector has brought to this enviable government just under 2 years of the new administration. Mr. Chairman, we look forward to 9th edition of the National Food and Agri Show Fagro 2018, and we expect to see 8-year positive dividend on our collective resolve to see Ghana develop through agriculture. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I have the similar honor to declare this year's edition of the National Food and Agri Show Fagro 2018 duly launched. Thank you.
Work and happiness. I will give my best, you will give your best. We will give our best to beautiful Ghana. Work and happiness, yes, I must confess, it will bring success for beautiful Ghana. United farmers and workers of Africa, God will bless you wherever you are.